Welcome back to Fragrance Elite. I'm Boggy, the Fragrance King. Today's episode is all about atmosphere, confidence, and quiet luxury. Prestigious lounge scents take you into the world of exclusive fragrances designed for refined spaces. Cigar lounges, private members clubs, and VIP rooms, where elegance, leather, and soft smoke fill the air. These are scents for the man who doesn't need to announce his presence, but whose aura is felt the moment he enters the room. Smooth, composed, and unmistakably distinguished. If there's one fragrance that feels like it belongs in a velvet armchair with a glass of aged cognac in hand, it's Xerjoff Naxos. This is not just a scent, it's an atmosphere. And for an episode titled Prestigious Lounge Scents, Naxos sits right in the center of that concept. The very first spray, Naxos opens with a refined burst of fresh citrus, bergamot, and lemon. But it doesn't stay bright for long. Within minutes, it settles into a rich honey tobacco accord that feels warm, smooth, and quietly opulent. There's lavender in the background, adding a clean, aromatic touch that keeps everything polished rather than heavy. What makes Naxos perfect for exclusive lounges is its balance. It is luxurious without being loud. You're not announcing yourself, you're being noticed. The tobacco-honey combination creates this cozy, enveloping aura, like a soft leather seating, dim lighting, and low conversation. It smells expensive, but more importantly, it smells composed. A high-end lounge setting. Think private members club, cigar bar, or a late-night photo lounge. Naxos fits naturally. It complements the environment rather than competing with it. It gives off a sense of confidence and calm control. This is the kind of fragrance worn by someone who doesn't need to prove anything. Performance-wise, Naxos delivers exactly what you expect from a niche luxury house. It projects moderately for the first couple of hours, enough to create a presence, and then settles closer to the skin, maintaining a smooth, long-lasting scent bubble for 8 to 10 hours or more. That evolution is the key in lounge settings where subtlety matters over time. The dry down is where the magic really happens. The sweetness of honey softens, the tobacco deepens, and a creamy vanilla note emerges, creating a rich, almost addictive finish. It feels like a final sip of a perfect aged drink, smooth, warm, and memorable. In the world of prestigious lounge scents, Naxos earns its place because it captures the essence of quiet luxury. It's not flashy, not trendy. It's timeless. The kind of fragrance that feels just and appropriate today, as it will 10 years from now. If your goal is to smell like you belong in exclusive spaces, places where elegance is expected, not performed, Naxos doesn't just fit in, it defines the mood. Xerjoff Naxos is the smooth gentleman in a toilet suit. Royal Tobacco is the commanding presence across the room, the one everyone notices, whether they understand it or not. This fragrance comes from Amouage, a house known for bold, complex compositions built on some of the most precious raw materials in perfumery. And Royal Tobacco fully leans into that identity. It's not trying to be easy, it's trying to be unforgettable. First spring, you're hit with an explosion of spices and resins. Frankincense, cardamom, anise, basil, layered in a way that feels almost ceremonial. The sharp, aromatic, and slightly mysterious. Then the tobacco starts to emerge. Not the soft sweet tobacco you find in many mainstream fragrances, but something darker, drier, and more textured. This scent is built like a journey. It moves from bright spice into a deep, almost exotic heart where tobacco mixes with licorice, lavender, and warm resins. Some people even describe it as having a spice almost culinary character, which shows just how unique and polarizing it can be. Royal tobacco doesn't just fit into a luxury lounge. It transforms the space around you. This is the kind of fragrance that feels at home in private cigar room, a dimly lit members club, or an ultra-exclusive bar where conversations are low and intentional. It carries a sense of ritual, almost like an incense slowly burning in the background. In these environments, subtlety isn't always at the goal. Presence is, and Royal Tobacco delivers that with confidence. This is powerful. This is a high-end impact fragrance with strong projection and long longevity, easily lasting well into the night. It doesn't sit quietly. It evolves, expands, and leaves a lasting impression. This is not something you wear casually. This is something you choose when the setting matters. What really sets it apart is its personality. Unlike Naxos, which invites people in, Royal Tobacco challenges them. It's artistic, complex, and unapologetically niche. Reviews often highlight that it's not safe scent, but for the right person, that's exactly the appeal. The dry down is rich and resinous, with smoky tobacco wrapped in warm, slightly sweet undertones. It feels like sitting in a leather chair next to a fireplace, holding a glass of something aged and expensive. Quiet, intense, and deeply atmospheric. In the world of prestigious lounge fragrances, Royal Tobacco represents the bold extreme of luxury. It's not about fitting in, it's about elevating the entire experience. If Naxos is elegance, Royal Tobacco is power. And in the right lounge, power speaks louder. So far, we have elegance represented by Naxos. We've got power represented by Royal Tobacco. Now, we need a fragrance that represents charisma in a lounge setting. And that's exactly where this next fragrance comes in play. Bvlgari Man In Black Parfum is pure charisma. This is the bridge in your lineup, the fragrance that connects niche luxury with designer accessibility, without losing that high-end, lounge-ready identity. With River Spring, you get that signature Man in Black DNA. A bold mix of spices, dark amber, and that unmistakable boozy warmth. Think round, soaked spices, soft tobacco, and smooth leather, all wrapped in a slightly sweet, resinous base. It opens spicy and intense, then gradually melts into a creamy, woody warmth that feels polished and seductive. Compared to the original, it feels denser, smoother, and more controlled. The sweetness is toned down, the woods are more pronounced, and everything blends into a richer, more mature composition. It's still bold, but it's dressed up. And this is exactly where it aligns with the prestigious lounge theme. This is the scent of a well-dressed man walking into a high-end hotel lounge at night. Not as artistic or challenging as Royal Tobacco, and not as effortlessly luxurious as Naxos, but incredibly effective. It projects confidence in a way that people immediately understand. In a lounge setting, this fragrance works because it's both inviting and noticeable. The spicy amber profile creates warmth and presence, while the smoother dry down keeps it from becoming overwhelming. It's the kind of scent that draws compliments without trying too hard. Performance is solid for a parfum. Expect strong presence in the first hour, then a more intimate scent bubble that lingers from 8 to 10 hours. It won't dominate the room like Royal Tobacco, but it will stay with you throughout the entire evening, which is exactly what you want in a refined environment. The dry down is where it really earns its place in this lineup. The spices soften, the leather becomes smoother, and the amber vanilla base creates a warm, almost addictive trail. It feels like the afterglow of a great night, subtle, comforting, but still undeniably attractive. What's important here is positioning. Naxos, quiet luxury. Royal Tobacco, bold artistic power. Man in Black perfume, modern masculine allure. This is the most approachable fragrance in your prestigious launch lineup. But it's not a weakness. It's what makes it essential. Not everyone in those spaces is wearing something experimental. Many are wearing something like this, refined, masculine, and undeniably appealing. In short, this is the fragrance of presence without risk. If Naxos makes you belong, and Royal Tobacco makes you stand out, Man in Black perfume makes you remembered. In the end, what defines a true launch fragrance isn't just luxury, it's intention. Each scent you wear becomes part of the atmosphere you create, part of how people experience your presence without a single word being spoken. Whether you lean towards smooth refinement, bold expression, or effortless allure, the key is choosing something that matches the moment and the energy you want to bring into it. That's what this lineup is really about, having options that elevate your presence in spaces where details matter. Thank you for being part of Fragrance Elite. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to share your thoughts, like this video, and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.